Hello Harry Potter friends, welcome back to my channel. It's been a long time this time, but I hope you've all been keeping well. Today's video has been a long time in production, well in my head anyway. Over on my Instagram where I'm more active, I get asked a lot about the Wizarding World Gold membership. I thought it'd be best to answer some of your questions in a video instead. The questions I get asked are: what is Wizarding World Gold or Harry Potter membership? How much does it cost? What do you get? And is it worth it? Before I start, I want to state that I will be sharing my own experience, and everyone's experiences are different as part of this membership. All the opinions and views are my own, based upon my own experience of the membership. I've not been asked to say these things. And lastly, this video isn't sponsored or paid for, which means Wizarding World haven't asked me to speak about it. Let's get started because there's lots to get through. As you can see, there's a big pile of Harry Potter goodies. I got these through being part of the membership, some for free and some not for free. I will take you through each one when we get to that part. I've got my questions here, so let's start with the first question. What is Wizarding World Gold or the Harry Potter membership? A very popular question. A lot of you are confused about what Wizarding World Gold is, and there's a few reasons for that. In late September or early October of 2019, Wizarding World, which is the official name for the Harry Potter world or the Harry Potter brand, launched their very first subscription for Harry Potter fans like me and you. You would pay a yearly sum of £59.99 or $74.99, and in return you would get a magical annual gold members gift, exclusive collectibles, savings from official Harry Potter shops, extra content, amazing experiences and much more. I feel like when it first started it wasn't pushed or promoted as much, and I guess that was probably because of a trial period. We wanted to see how it would do on its own. So there wasn't much to go on because not many people had it. There was not much about it. But from reading that, I was like, yep, I'm going to definitely give it a go. It's something different. So I did. So a few weeks later, probably at the end of October, I paid £59.99 and I got my first year of the Wizarding World Gold membership. So the reason why I think it's a bit confusing is because firstly there's a few different names for it. At first it was called Wizarding World Gold or Wizarding World Gold membership, but now it is officially Harry Potter Fan Club. Sometimes it has Gold member written underneath. It's quite exclusive at the moment, so that means it's only available in the UK and US, unfortunately. And because of this reason, because it's not available in most places, not many people know about it. So if you're outside of the UK or USA, then you won't really have much information on it other than what you've seen on social media from the people who do have it and post about it, like myself. Therefore it becomes more confusing. As far as I'm aware, Wizarding World did have a plan to roll it out to the rest of the world or to more countries outside of the US and USA as well, but I guess the only reason I can think of was that the pandemic happened and it was just not possible. Well, I'll go into a bit more detail later on in the video. So answering the first question, the Harry Potter Fan Club is a paid subscription, and in return you get new features, magical benefits, treats and perks. Next question, what do you get? As mentioned before, I became a member in October 2019. Right now I'm in year 2 of my membership subscription. So what I'll do is I will go through the things that you get in your first year and in the second year, because that's what I'm currently in, and a few other things along the way as well. So when you sign up to the fan club, you get a beautiful email confirming your order. It might look a bit different now to this, but this is what mine looked like. It confirms what you'll get, like what it says there. So let's take a look. So you get the Keys and Curios journal, a collectible pin badge, an original sketch of Hogwarts as a postcard. I was really intrigued by the journal because it was made by Mina Lima. If you don't know who Mina Lima are, they are the graphic designers behind the props of the Harry Potter and Fantastic Beasts films. Before you sign up, you get asked which house you're in and you get sent the journal in your house colour. You get them in every house colour. I picked Gryffindor, of course, as that's my house. And the journal inside is personal to you. So as you can see, it has my name and throughout the journal. You can contribute to it step by step amongst other little fun things like solving puzzles. You can scan these little keys via the fan club app, which I'll explain a bit more later. I'm not going to go through the entire booklet as I have an unboxing video already on my channel, so I'll link it here and in my description below for when I first received it and I opened it, so it's blank. Also, my lovely friend Mamta, known as Geek Glitz on YouTube and Instagram, has also a new video out at the moment, and it's actually looking at this journal in more detail. So she's a massive fan, massive Harry Potter fan. Definitely check out that video. I've linked it here and down below. You're also asked to download the app. It was previously called Wizarding World Gold, and recently they changed the name to Harry Potter Fan Club, so it looks a bit different now. It has your membership details and other perks like mentioned before, such as extra content. You can also access this via the website too. Let's take a look. So you get the ebooks, books 1 to 7. You can access articles and quizzes and fun facts. You can take part in polls, and then you've got this section here which is called the Vault. This gives you more interesting benefits. So here is where gold members get information about what's about to drop. We get early access for things here too, so that's really interesting. So thinking back, the first thing that appeared in the vault was a picture of the location pins. There was a picture of 6 pins on a denim jacket, and there was information that there would be 3 pins to collect in the UK locations and 3 pins to collect in US locations. They look really exciting. I love pins, so I was like, yeah, you know, Wizarding World's releasing some official pins. It's really exciting. Once I passed that excitement, I started seeing a problem with this, and that's because for people like me who don't live in London, it would be quite hard to get them unless I was taking a special visit down there, where I would visit all them locations to pick up the pins. And I totally understand there's lots of people who live all over the country or the world, and they regularly visit the studios, for instance, and that would have been a perfect opportunity but for someone like me, I don't travel that much to London, so I was trying to figure out ways of how I could get them without spending too much extra money. Luckily though, my family travel to London quite a lot, so I asked them to pick 2 of the pins for me. So these were the 2 pins that I got from the Platform 9 and 3/4 shop and in King's Cross, and the other one from the Child Theatre. So what I did was I gave them my login details. They logged in, and because you have to show your membership page through the app to be able to collect a souvenir pin. They don't just hand it over to you. And when you are a membership, your page looks like this in the app, which shows that you are a gold member. I managed to get 2 out of 6 pins this way. So a few weeks ago I was able to complete my full collection, which I'll show you. Then came information about an exclusive event, and this was through the Vault page as well. It was very exciting. Some of you may have heard or know about famous Wizarding World Gold Christmas party at Warner Brothers Tour London Studios. So they released 250 tickets to gold members for a special gold Christmas party in the Great Hall. Now usually these tickets sell for I think £200 per person. I'm not sure, I've never been to Hogwarts in the Snow event before, the Christmas party ones, which you can go to generally when you pay for them. So yeah, this was completely free for you, the gold member, and a +1. So they gave us a date of when this event would be open to purchase tickets for, and it would be through the Vault in the app. It was first come first served basis, so as you can imagine, they sold out pretty fast, minutes if not seconds. I was really nervous about this experience because that's just the way I am. I get nervous about these sort of things, especially when I'm doing new things, and I knew that a lot of people who I followed on Instagram were going as well, and I know that's really strange, but it just makes me really nervous, that sort of stuff. Plus I was travelling from Leeds to London, and you know, it's quite far away for us. It's a 2.5 journey in the car. but nonetheless I managed to get time off work at short notice, so thanks work, and I managed to sort out childcare too, and off we went, my husband and I, and we drove down to London on that Tuesday. But all I can say is I'm so glad that I went, because it was one of the best experiences ever. It was just totally magical. It was just absolutely amazing. It's one of the best experiences I've ever had, and I've actually done a full video on that as well, which I'll link here and in the description. Do check it out, because I filmed like everything, like walking through, waiting, all the surprises we got, the food, and you know, everything. So definitely check that out if you haven't already. And basically it was what Harry Potter dreams are made of. And straight away, barely 2 months into the membership, I knew that it was so worth it, so worth having this membership. I also got my 3rd location pin from the studios, which was the 3rd place in the UK. So that was great. I'd managed to complete my 3 pins from the UK. So 2020 started, and tickets for the first Fantastic Beast exhibition became available at the Natural History Museum in London. So this one wasn't free, a free event for members. It was just tickets at a discounted rate for members. Again, I was in 2 minds of whether to book these or not, but in the end I did. We booked some family tickets, and we made a plan to go down in May, but the pandemic happened and the world just stopped. So just like everyone and everything else, I just assumed Wizarding World 2 was trying their best to keep afloat during this pandemic. They concentrated on launching Harry Potter at home, and we didn't really hear anything more about the membership apart from smaller items you got earlier access to, such as Funko Pops, makeup, etc. Then in September, they launched their pin seeking campaign, a whole range of new official Harry Potter pins, some exclusive, some limited edition. As a pin collector, this was a really nice perk. I love collecting pins. You don't get the pins for free, you just get them again at a discounted rate. But I can understand that a member who is not into pin collecting, how this wouldn't really appeal to them. And it's in a sort of way, for instance, when they have other items on sale. So I don't collect Funko Pops, so them items weren't of interest to me. So I guess if they concentrated on just selling one item, then I'd kind of be put off, because I'd feel like, you know, it's not something open for all members. We did get early access again through the vault, so a couple of days before they release them first, and most of the times they have been selling out. So these are the pins here, so you get them in these lovely boxes. At the moment, the first set that were released were house pins, so I got the Gryffindor one. You can get them in all of the house colours as well. Then there were some individual pins that were released as well, that were more limited editions, and they are these, and they come in some amazing backing cards as well, with usually a really nice quote and a key to scan on the back. So if you use your app, you can scan it, you'll get some extras with that. So I keep my pins displayed like this. So if you're wondering where these frames are from, they're by my friend Nosh from Noshly Poshly, and this is like how I like to display mine. She has lots of different colours on frames, so definitely check her out. I'll add her links down below as well. So these first pins that I have here, the exclusive ones. Most of these sold out pretty quick. I didn't manage to get all of them myself either, but with the help of my friend Mamta, who always comes through. And I guess with pins, it's always good to have a buddy to help you, because sometimes it's just impossible to grab one because they are so popular. So that's always a good thing to do. So another question I got asked was, what is the quality of the pins? So as you can see, most of them look pretty good, so I'm usually happy. When I did receive my Gryffindor box originally, the front of the box was damaged, so I just got in touch with Platform 93 Quarter Shop, and they replaced the full set for me and sent me out a new box. So if you have any problems, just contact them. So one of the other questions I get asked a lot is, why isn't it available in other countries? And I can totally understand why this is, you know, really frustrating. You know, I would feel the same. Again, I assume it's to do with the pandemic. Wizarding World did promised that they would roll it out after a couple of months to people living outside of the UK and USA, but that still hasn't happened, and we're in year 2 now and a bit. I totally understand. I know that it feels really unfair for those who messaged me or commented on one of my posts, and that they would, so be part of the Harry Potter fan club as well if they got the opportunity to, if it was accessible in their country as well. I know a lot of you say that you feel left out, and I don't blame you. It must be very frustrating. So the only thing I can think of is the pandemic, and the UK has been in lockdown for pretty much most of the year, and I guess maybe their main offices are based in the UK, so that's why they haven't been able to roll it out to more countries. But please, if Wizarding World, you do see this by any chance, open it up to fans around the world. My year 1 of subscription was coming to an end, and I was still in two minds about whether to renew it or not. Another lockdown was imminent, and I knew that there wouldn't be a special event like last year's, or something similar. Therefore, I didn't know what else they could offer, so I was in two minds about whether to renew or not. But I decided to just give it a go. I paid for year 2 £59.99 again, and started my year 2 subscription of the Harry Potter fan club. So we got some pins from the pin seeking collection, and these were the pet pins, set of pet pins. Afterwards they did sell some of these individually as well, so we also got a silver pin. So if you remember the 6 pins that we had to collect in year 1, so if we didn't have one, then they'd send us one along with that. And they also gave us a £20 voucher code to spend on the Harry Potter shop. The location pin that I got was one that I already had. I managed to trade one earlier on in the year with someone in America, so I had that one. I got in touch with the Wizarding World team, and they kindly sent me the 2 pins that I had remaining to complete my collection. Out of the blue, they just sent me both of them, and I was really happy. They were really accommodating and they were really helpful, and now I have a full set of the location pins, which you can see here. So I really appreciate that gesture, and yeah, here they are. They look good together now, don't they? So these are all the ones from year 1, and I'm so glad I didn't have to travel to America to collect the other ones, the American ones. Some Christmas pins were released, and I used my £20 voucher on them, so I got them for free. They're these ones here, but since then it's gone a bit quiet again. They released some more pins recently, and I got them. So they were quite pricey even with the membership code, so I'm not sure if I'm going to continue doing that with individual pin releases, because they can get quite expensive. And a lot to pay one after the other, and the thing is, you can't buy them together either, because there is no guarantee that they'll still be in stock afterwards, and this has happened quite a bit with some of the more limited edition pins. By the time the date for the general release sale arrives, they're out of stock already, so there's no guarantee that you get them. So yeah, at the moment I am a bit on the fence with the year 2 membership. There's just something missing, and I know it's only been a couple of months, but I really hope that when lockdown lifts that they can get back to what they'd originally planned and offer us something a bit more. So another question I get asked is the membership worth it? It's a good question, and it depends on a lot of things. If it ran like year 1 did, then I would say it was definitely worth it. Just to point out here, I know that some people's year 1 membership would have started at different times. It depends on when you pay for that subscription, and that's when your year 1 starts. Some people did miss out on the Christmas party, but if it was anything like that, where you had a Christmas party to get tickets for, and all the other things that they were offering as well before the pandemic happened, then I would definitely say that yes, it was definitely worth it. The Christmas party on its own was out of this world, but at the moment in the pandemic it really isn't, because there's not much out there. At the beginning I said that everyone has different experience as part of the membership, and you might not face some of the problems that I might have faced, and I might not have the same as you, so you might think that what they offer in the app is fine, and I do too. So for instance, the ebooks are amazing, and there's some really cool like polls and fun things to do as well to take part in, and little information they give you, videos to watch. Another thing I really enjoy is the 10% and 20% off on the official shops. I mean, why wouldn't anyone? So when I got my So when I got my my version of the Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone illustrated, I used my 10% discount which you get through the vault, and I saved a bit of money there. So they're nice perks too. But then on the other hand, you know, there are perks that you have to pay a little extra for, such as pins. For me, for instance, travelling to London to some of these events where most of them have been based so far, I know that some people have had problems ordering the pins and not received them, people not getting the £20 voucher code with their year 2, some people having problems with renewing their membership, so much so that they missed out on some of the limited edition pins. So I guess with all that in mind, my advice would be is to just weigh out and see, you know, where you live and, you know, the benefits that you get, the free gifts that you get as well, and the perks as I mentioned in the video. And if that's something that you are interested in, then definitely go for it. Now you know what to expect in year 1 and year 2, and all the other things that you get, and whether it's something that you would be interested in and receiving for that membership fee that you pay for. Overall, I feel like it's a different experience, and it's definitely a good one. So that's why I renewed mine for the second time as well. It's definitely intriguing to see what they come out with, and it's a different kind of experience for fans like you and me, and it's about time, you know, we got something like this. You know, the Harry Potter community on Instagram and on YouTube is huge, so I really think that it is something worthwhile, and obviously because of the pandemic it's been limited to what they could have offered. I know that this is a lot of information, so if there's anything else that you want to know about it, if you've got any other questions, then do let me know below, and I'll try to do a part 2 of this or something. So yeah, I hope that you've enjoyed this video, and I hope that it helps clarify a few things that might have been confusing or that you might have been unsure about. And do let me know if you are a member, and what your experience of it has been so far. But what is your favourite perk or benefit? What do you enjoy the most from the membership so far? And if you're not a member, then let me know if that this information has been useful, and if there's any other questions that you might like for me to answer. I hope to see you again all very soon. Thank you for watching. Take care. Bye.